Yo, what's good? You already know what time it is. The best time of the week. We got that Smogon Premier League coverage. Blunder of the Dragon Spiral Tyrants versus Insult of the Congregation of the Classiest. So this was week 9 of SPL, the last week of regular season. My team, the Tyrants, had already qualified for playoffs like 2 weeks before this because my team is just too damn good and just does not know how to do anything besides win. It's crazy. We've won 7 straight weeks now. In fact, when I played this game versus Insult, it was on Sunday afternoon. My team had already won the week 7-2. It's crazy. I gotta literally play before Sunday. Like, I gotta try playing earlier so that my game can count because my team just wins too fast. It's crazy. My teammates just too strong. Shout out to Tyrants, man. Greatest team in SPL history. Anyway, some backstory going into this game. So we played Sunday. Saturday I went back to Chicago and I went to this concert and I saw Jay Critch live. If anyone knows who Jay Critch is, hey, hood fave. I saw him live. He dapped me up, so I was like super gassed. But anyway, I came back to campus at like 3 a.m. slept, woke up, and I was like, sheesh, I have no team, because I wasn't sure what I wanted to use versus Insult. I figured I could just bring like a decent team and it would probably have a good matchup. From the teams I saw he used, he didn't really use anything like too out of the ordinary, so I figured I'd be fine with whatever I picked. But I really wanted to pick a team that I like the mons I like to use. Like, I don't like, there are standard teams that I will never use because they have mons I don't like use. Like Tapu Bulu, I'll never use it. I think it's just a bad mon and I don't like the way it feels in my hands, so I'll never use that Pokemon ever in my life. That's just an example. But anyway, the team I'm using here is the team CTC gave me and told me to use last week when I played Will of Fire, but I decided not to use it because I do not like Toxapex. I don't like using Toxapex and I don't think it's that good recently. However, I really struggled finding a team this week, and I do like this team, or at least I really like Lando and Drill on this team, so I figured, you know what, fuck it, I'll just bring it. I know I brought Sand Drill last week, but I mean, this team is pretty different from the last week's team anyway, and I figured it would have a pretty just good shot just because I love this team. Like, it's a really unique team. So this team has no Stealth Rock, which is, I found out afterwards, is a mistake. But anyway, it's Dragon Dance T-Tar, Megatar, Swords Dance Drill, and Swords Dance Rock Polish Landorus T. So 3 setup mons with ungodly physical attack. Yeah, there's no rocks. It's supposed to be Swords Dance Stealth Rock Landorus, but CTC gave it to me with Rock Polish on accident, and I don't ask questions. Hey, if Base Lord gives you a team, you don't ask questions. So I was like, fuck it, I don't need rocks anyway. Helmet Tangrowth and Spadef Pex are the defensive core. Usually I'd be running AV Tang, but I used Helmet this time. I haven't really used Helmet before, like ever, but you'll see that it really pulled its weight in this game. And then I have Assault Vest Lele, which I guess CTC teched on there just to be a good backup check to like Psychic Volcarona, stuff like that. It's just nice to have. So looking at Insult's team, he brought out like an offense with a Ditto. People love Ditto versus me because I just spam offense, obviously. So I understand, but this team, okay, so this team is something CTC pointed out last week. He told me that, dude, if you brought this team, so the one I have now, you would have 6-0'd Will of Fire when he brought that Ditto stall, because all my setup sweepers here, they all lose to Tangrowth, even if you trace like whatever, like they all still lose to Tangrowth, because Helmet Tangrowth walls all these shit. So Ditto can never really reverse sweep me, which is really cool. So that was something I like instantly realized, and I was like, great, so his Scarfer is probably going to be kind of shitty versus me. And looking at the team, I didn't really see too many threats. Like Latias, Mega, okay, I have a fucking T-Tar, so that's not going to help him out. Drill, Landorus T, if it's SD, that can be a threat, but manageable. Kartana, if it's SD, can be a threat, but anything else is easily managed by Helmet Tang. Tran, yeah, Magma Storm, Earth Power, but I could get my way around that no matter what. Feeny, not that good versus Pex, and then Ditto I realized was pretty shitty, so I liked my matchup here. I like my odds. Okay, this intro has been so fucking long. Let's hop right into it. Okay, so he leads off with Ditto as I lead off with Lele. So he transforms into me. I lead off with Lele because looking at his team, I think it's a pretty solid pick. I figured he would lead off with Scarf Landorus or Cart, and if he led off with Cart, I didn't think he would lead off with Cart because I thought that he could predict the Scarf Lando lead from me, and then leading off with Cart into Scarf Lando lead isn't that good. Like, that's not a position he really wants. So I figured he was more likely going to lead off with like, I just thought he'd lead off with like Ditto. I'm pretty sure that's why I picked Lele, and plus Lele is just a good lead in general versus the majority, so that's what I did. Anyway, he transforms into me, goes from Moonblast into 29 because I'm AV Lele. That bitch is thick, so I easily get 50 on the Ditto, and then I get another 50% on the Feeny because it's obvious he's going to switch. Now here, I wasn't really sure what to do. I didn't want him getting a free switch into Tran. I mean, my Lele was like modest, and it had some good special attack. I think I hit 360. So, I mean, Focus Blast would have trucked Tran, but I didn't want to risk it coming in on Moonblast or Psyshock because it could be faster than me because this Lele is, like, really low speed. It's not faster than Tran. But, so I Nature's Madness a few times, but I realized then that he's just sacking it and he's not risking shit, and that's fine with me. My Lele loses 80%, but honestly, I got a lot out of it in the first 5 turns. I killed the Feeny, which is just cool in general, because then Pex is a lot harder for him to deal with. If you look at it, Latias is the only thing that can switch into Pex, and getting burned sucks. Lando cannot switch in, Tran cannot switch in, Cart definitely can't switch in. His Ditto only gets 5 PP, so what's it gonna do? It can only scald me back, which is bullshit for him. So I realized as soon as Feeny died, I was like, oh shit, Pex is good now. He goes into Cart, but I easily just switch out of here and go into my Tangrowth as he goes for a knockoff. That's obviously Choice Banded, judging by the 35%. So here he goes into Ditto, and I make a double switch out. So the reason I wanted to T-Tar here is because I did predict him to Ditto and go into his Tangrowth. And it also covers the possibility of him going to Heatran. However, I was pretty sure he was going to go into Tangrowth, because it's quite obvious that if it's Helmet Tangrowth, it's going to have Sleep Powder, and he wouldn't risk his Tran right there. So I figured that's what he was going to do. He was going to go into his Tangrowth. Now the problem is I didn't really have anything that could, you know, offensively cover Tangrowth, with the exception of Lele, and even then that's a risk I'm not really willing to take this early on in the game. But yeah, going into T-Tar is fine because I'm able to at least Sand Chip Tangrowth for a turn, and I can pivot out afterwards. I know it's going to get regenerated, but it's not as bad as it could be. Like, I knew T-Tar was the right play, and on the off chance he knocked off again, well, I'm Megatar, so I would have just started DDing up and just fucking shit up. But yeah, he goes into Latias here on the Sleep Powder as I pivot into my Tang on the Sleep Powder. Scarf Sleep Powder, kind of an ambitious play by him. But I mean, like, I understand why he did it, because I could have easily stayed in with my T-Tar and gone for rocks or some shit if he thought I would stealth rock T-Tar, because it could be on this team very easily. And Giga Drain obviously would only do like, what, 25%, so I can see why he went for Sleep Powder if he thought I would try to do something like that. But no, I just go into my own tank because I want my T-Tar. Those Stone Edges will come into play later. Double into my Landers because the Heat Transition is very obvious. I go for the Earthquake here as he goes for Protect. Him going for Protect made me think, okay, it's just Stealth Rock Heatran. And then it's probably Scarf Landers. But I wasn't sure because I was like, he has Scarf Ditto though. But I thought it was Stealth Rock Tran. And then either Set Up Lando or Scarf Lando. Okay, so he goes for Protect here. I go for Earthquake. He predicts Scarf here, so he's going to go into his Landers T. But no, my boy is Swords Dance Rocky MZ. This man gets his Landers out of there, goes into Latias. Gone. I ain't even got to tell you what happened. That shit got blown away. Goodbye. So I destroy Latias there with Landers. He goes into Cart. Got to get out of there because Leaf Blade does KO. But Tango, such a fat bitch, bro. 25. Go for knockoff here over the HP Fire. Losing the band is like better for me. I think it is better for me. Yeah. Yeah, it is better for me because now Lando lives a hit and shit like that. But I knocked off in case he pivoted into Tran. I can't HP Fire into Tran. That would just be a bad situation that I'm not willing to get into. I'm also up 6-4, so as long as I don't do something really stupid, I'm fine. Plus, getting the all chip on Cart will be good because then both Earthquakes from Landorus and Drill will kill. Landorus' Earthquake definitely kills from this range. I don't know if Drill's does, but whatever. He goes into Heatran here as I make a Lord play in Sleep Powder. Not really a Lord play. It was pretty obvious, but I knew he'd go into the Heatran there. Pivot into my Drill here. Should have pivoted into Lando, but yeah. He goes for SD here as I go crazy and go for Earthquake. I was like, oh shit, because I thought it was Scarf. I thought he was going to U-turn into Cart, and I was just going to like really just have the crowd bumping. You know what I'm saying? But I got lost in the sauce. I go for Earthquake. Here, I figured he'd go for his Z move or he'd like SD or a Rock Polish or some shit. So I just went for Iron Head because I was like, oh fuck, let's get some chip. Iron Head to 64 with a crit, which tells me that this thing has hella HP. It's hella. This set was weird as hell to me. I don't understand what it was because he's faster than my Drill. But how did Iron Head only do 64 with a crit? Like, it should do more. So I wasn't really sure what was going on there. But I go into my own Landers, knowing he's going to go for Earthquake first over the Z move. And now here I'm going to sack my Lele. I just needed the Intimidate so I could pivot safely into my Landers after that. So yeah, I have to sack the Lele here, which is fine. He gets rid of that thing. I'm not going to go back into my own Landers. I just got to hit a Stone Edge, obviously, to knock this thing out. He hits a Stone Edge. Does a lot. He has max attack. Maybe Iron Head just really does that little, and I'm stupid. I don't know. But I Stone Edge, I knock that shit out. He goes into Cart. I don't want this thing getting boosts. I go into Toxic Pex because I know he's going to Smart Strike. Pretty easy read for me. I should have pivoted Drill here. Oh, wait, never mind. Wait, I forgot I knocked his Scarf. Mobby. I recover there. I just didn't want Tang taking the Smart Strike. I recovered up to full HP, I believe. Yeah, I did. I recovered up to full HP just in case I got crit, and then I was going to start Scald Fishing. Because I kill everybody with Earthquake at this point anyway, so I'm just waiting it out. Like, I can't lose from this position. So he goes into Pex. We skulled. He switches out into Heat Tran as I skulled again. Does 23 because that Tran is Spadef. So I guess his Tran was like Protect, Magma Storm, Earth Power, Toxic. And then he had Stealth Rock, Landers T. I feel like he would have benefited more from Rock Polish, Swords Dance, Landers T than SD Stealth Rock. But anyway, I pivoted to Tang there because I'm like, maybe my Pex is going to get crit. He does 16%. He's going to go into Ditto here as I knock off yet again. Because again, I just need Chip on card. I don't need an HP Fire into Tran. I knock off the Scarf here. I live HP Fire. I think he lives it too. But like, I don't know if he lived that. Just because Helm Tang is so frail on the special side. And also, what's it called? This man was at 71%. That's like 200 HP. I don't know if it mattered, but I don't think it really did. So, knock him out. He goes in the car here. I just HP Fire again as he goes for Smart Strike. Not even a crit Smart Strike will knock me out. Goodbye to Kartana, and then he's going to go into Heat Tran, and I'm just going to hard switch into my drill and get rid of that thing. So that's going to be the game. Yup, I brought this Sand twice in a row, but it worked. I mean, I brought Sand twice in a row, but I mean, drill's really good, so I didn't really think it was like a bad pick. 6-0 in SM, too hot, bro. So regular season, I end 8-1, tied for best record in the tournament, so I was pretty happy with my performance in regular season, but honestly, the games were pretty average for the most part. Like, not even talking shit, I just don't think the games were like ever that like challenging. I don't know if I sound like an asshole for saying that, but whatever. I don't think a lot of my games were very challenging, especially my last 4 weeks were extremely easy, or my last 5. Like all my SM games were really easy. ABR gave me some trouble in ORAS, but like besides that, the regular season was hella easy. So I'm hoping I just carry this momentum into playoffs and just, you know, keep it up. It's funny, Joey actually used this OU team right after me because CTC had to sub out because he couldn't get his game done. But yeah, Joey used the exact same team in 1-2. This team is too fire. But yes, the Dragon Spiral Tyrants clinch first place. Well, we've been had first place, but 7 straight weeks we've won now. Sheesh, sheesh, it's sheesh. This team is too hot. I'm talking too much shit. I know I'm gonna be tempting fate because we still gotta win 2 more weeks of playoffs. But yeah, playoffs this week versus the Wolfpack. We smashed this team when we played them a couple weeks ago. But playoffs is a whole different ball game. I'm playing Charm Flash, who is 7-2 in SMOU. I'm 6-0, so if I beat him, I'll have the best record in OU. 7-0. I gotta beat his ass because I can't let this man have more SMOU wins than me. That just can't happen. So yeah, you'll probably get that video a week from today. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.